Welcome to Afternoons with Amanda on Akron and Northeast Ohio's hottest and fastest growing network, 330 to go. And I'm sure the last thing anybody wants to talk about right now is the weather, but we got to talk about it. Weird things going on this week. For tonight, we'll get you started partly cloudy, lows in the upper 20s. For tomorrow, cloudy skies and 42, but they're talking temps in the 50s on Thursday. We're going to see how my brain can handle the barometric pressure or whatever that stuff is that happens. But yeah, so temps could be coming back up. We'll see how much of the snow melts away. It feels like it always happens that way. All right, jumping into your local news, we could be seeing the Spaghetti Warehouse closing its doors. The architecture and engineering group GDP intends to purchase the building that the restaurant is in and has been in for a long time, leaving the owner with a tough decision to make. Should he close his doors or find a new location, saying he doesn't think he can afford the new lease? Spaghetti Warehouse brand was originally sought after by cities that had industrial areas that were vacant. Just last week, the Spaghetti Warehouse in Syracuse announced that they'd be closing their doors after 35 years, citing the economy. As far as the Akron location, owner Michael Kim says his lease goes through 2027, so we may not see a decision made for quite some time. So if you're saying to yourself, man, I got to get there before they close, man, you should probably get there before they close. All right. Huge amounts of snow dropping across the 330 over the last few days. Biggest question I saw on Facebook were, how are the roads? One step to help you in knowing what's going on is following us, which you're probably already doing, keeping the loop. Good job on that. Another thing you can do to make your commute easier is having the ability to let your city know that your road still needs plowed. I get it. We don't all live on main roads or even secondary roads. And in the city of Akron, you can simply call 311, go to akronohio.gov/311, or even download the Akron 311 app, and you can put in a request for your street to get some extra attention. Okay. I'm definitely on one of those. Like if the main roads are A roads and then B roads, I'm on like a Y road. And I still have seen a plow several times over the last couple of days. Okay. Just up from the road from us in Cuyahoga County, a predator that had not been seen in over a century has been spotted. This little cutie patootie. He may be a predator, but he's awfully cute. According to Cleveland Metro Parks earlier this year, a fisher, which is what he's called, was spotted on a wildlife cam and identified by Andy Burmish, Cleveland Metro Parks Wildlife Management Coordinator. Seeing the return of the fisher and other animals to the area, including river otters, bobcats, and trumpeter swans, is a testament to the conservation efforts of our park and wildlife experts, the effort they're putting in to save the environment. They're obviously doing a good job because we're seeing these animals return. How can he be called a predator? He's so adorable. This is the actual shot from the trail cam. I encourage you, just Google a fisher because they're so cute. You're going to want to adopt one. All right, let's talk about sports. We got creamed by the Bears, 31-3. Ouch, ouch, and ouch. On the plus side, Myles Garrett is having a historic season, 21 and a half sacks so far. We're going to see them again Sunday, meaning the Browns, at 1 against the Bills, if you're ready for it. They're talking about we want to finish the season strong. What does that even mean at this point? All right, some baseball news in December as your Akron Rubber Ducks have sold to a new owner, Prospector Baseball Group. The group also purchased the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. That's an affiliate of the Miami Marlins. Both teams were previously owned by Ken Babby, who's now the CEO of the Tampa Bay Rays, a position that he took back in October. So we'll see what happens if any changes take place, but it's always been a really great organization, regardless of who the ownership is. And, you know, you can't see a better night out in downtown Akron than stopping by Canal Park and checking out your Rubber Ducks. They also are really good, almost always, by the way. Okay, Cavs fell to the Hornets, 119 to 111. It's funny because I put 211 in my notes, but it was 111 in overtime, which makes it hurt a little bit more. Cavs head to Chicago to face the Bulls Wednesday night, 8 p.m. And with all this snow, let's talk about your Cleveland Monsters, shall we? Now, I come from a family of Canada originating hockey folk, and I am embarrassed to say that I have no idea what the Monsters' current record means. It says they're currently 10-9 and 3-1, which somehow places them sixth in the North Division. They play the Laval Rockets. That's this Thursday, 7 p.m. Rocket Arena. It's a Blue Jackets night, by the way, so the team's going to be wearing some special Columbus Blue Jacket-inspired jerseys. And make sure you're following the Cleveland Monsters on all social media, because let me tell you, if you want to go to a game, they give all kinds of opportunities for you to win tickets to their games. So go follow them on social and get yourself in there for a good time. All right, events going on, events that happened. The Akron Sauerkraut Ball was this past Saturday at Akron's Lock 3, the Winter Wonderland room next to the gigantic Archie the Snowman. So if you go down, say you go to the Cascade Parking Garage, and you park in the garage and go all the way down to the bottom floor that lets you out to Lock 3, there's that huge, it's almost like a huge hallway. And Archie's at the end of it. And in the summertime, the chair rental lady's at the beginning of it, but Archie's at the end of it. And somewhere in between, there is a door. And you go in that door, and it is a magical winter wonderland. I think it's actually called the Winter Wonderland Room. So cool. First of all of the O'Neill's window displays are down there, which is really, really awesome. So you can see, like, the Wizard of Oz one was definitely my favorite, but really cool venue in the first place. But the food was phenomenal. We saw sauerkraut balls from all kinds of local restaurants, including Main Street Saloon. Got to shout them out. They do lunches for kids in the summertime for free. I think that's amazing. But anyway, their sauerkraut balls were amazing. Eddie's had cheesesteak in it, of course. But my favorite would be from Blue, BLU Teak Restaurant. Theirs were absolutely amazing. The good news is, if you missed the Akron Sauerkraut Ball this year, they already booked it for next year. I heard it happen while I was at the event. So good to know that you'll have another opportunity. Just keep an ear out for the announcement of the date and time. Now, question for you. Do you know where Hendrix meets Beethoven under the Christmas tree? Why, the Goodyear Theater for Neil Zaza's One Silent Night. Fresh off his appearance on John Cena's hit TV show Peacemaker, Akron's own Neil Zaza brings the holiday tradition back to Akron this Saturday. Shows at 7:30, and you can get those tickets at Ticketmaster. Yes, he had a little appearance on Peacemaker. I got so excited because I know Neil, and I'm like, I know him. He worked on a show with John Cena. It was pretty dope. All right, finally, this Thursday night, 7 p.m. at the Jenks Building in Cuyahoga Falls. It's the My Other Brothers Holiday Show. Now, this is really cool. If you look at the poster in the front there, dude with the glasses, that's Mark Lee Shannon. Yeah, that Mark Lee Shannon, like of the Michael Stanley band, Mark Lee Shannon. And then the fella immediately next to him, looking awfully smiley, that is actually Cuyahoga Falls graduate Michael Weber of the Michael Weber Show. That kid has more energy than any other human being I've ever seen perform in any capacity ever in my life. It's going to be a pretty interesting, fun holiday show. So if you want to go, guess what? Limited seating, price to get in the door, donations only. They're not setting a price, and Santa might even be there. So again, that is 1884 Front Street this Thursday at 7 o'clock. Now, if you want to have your event featured on our broadcast, you can email me, Amanda at 330togo.com, and make sure you catch my girl Jess Monday and Wednesday right here on Akron and Northeast Ohio's hottest and fastest growing network, 330 to go. We'll see you back